Hello, my name is Eric, and I'm doing another one of my photography vlogs called One Body, One Lens, One Roll, One Day. I actually started an episode with this camera. However, the batteries got so cold, they kind of died and I didn't have spares. So I'm now going to finish up this roll. I only had shot 2 or 3 rolls before I was forced to switch. So it is a very cold New Year's Day. Happy New Year. And today's camera is a Nikon N80 with a Promaster 100 to 400 f4.5 to 6.7. This is a multi-coated lens, so hopefully I won't get much glare reflection. As you can tell, it is mostly cloudy, but sun might try to peek out a bit. January morning. I'm hanging around the house today just because of the fact that I'm not sure how these batteries are and I don't want them to get cold and then be forced to kind of kill the episode again. This way, if the batteries get too cold, I can take it inside, an hour later, come back out and finish it up. But this is a 12 exposure film, so this should be relatively quick. It is a roll of Fuji Superia 800. Which is about 15-20 years out of date. So I am shooting it. Let me see what I was shooting it at here. Check the ISO. I am shooting it at 100, so it's a 3-stop dip. Just because the fact that of the age is at least 20 years, maybe a little bit longer. With the long lens, I can do a lot of cool stuff. My cat's outside, so maybe I grab a shot of him before he gets too cold. I got some cool branches in the tree. I got a wood pile over there. I got some other cool stuff that I don't physically have to get close to because I can use a zoom lens to do it. So let me take some shots, see what I can get. Whoops, I was on manual focus there. There we go. Cool. Fired off at about a 250th at 6.7 just because of the fact that I'm zoomed all the way out. I am not liking how that is sounding on the autofocus. It may be the lens. It may, maybe the body. It's okay. I'll just keep shooting and get what I get. All right, let me see what else I can get. 6.7 is relatively slow, and with 100 speed film, I'm getting wide open at f5 or whatever, but if I point it right, I can pull a f8 at a 500th of a second, kind of depending upon where the sun is. All right, let me see what else I can get. I'll be right back. So snow, besides being cold, offers a new challenge for film photographers. Digital cameras can see this problem and can make adjustments for it, but here's the problem for film photographers. Every camera's meter thinks it's looking at average. Well, average is somewhere between black and white, so average is gray. It's actually an 18% reflective gray, also known as photo gray. Yeah, you can look that up. Okay. Snow is white. Snow is too bright, and your camera is probably going to overcorrect for it. So it'll be like very dark as it's trying to take this white and make it gray, which darkens everything else down a bit. So usually you might want to overexpose by about a stop and a half. Depends upon whatever else you have in your shot. I've got a bunch of other stuff I could try metering off of. I got a tree, I got a garage and stuff like that. That's maybe a little bit more closer to base neutral versus the overly bright snow. So I might not have as much of a problem. But if you're out shooting a very nice white landscape, maybe you're out at the lake shooting the snow around the lighthouses, very white. So you may want to make a correction for it and overexpose. Actually, I need to underexpose because your camera's overexposing because it's making it gray. Underexpose by about a stop. Let me check that. Everything's gonna go. Yeah, you want to lighten it back up. You want to underexpose. And then if you go to a night scene and stuff like that, you may want to slightly overexpose. And that'll kind of help balance for the white in the snow. All right, I got a couple shots left. Let me see what I can get. Some cool branches up there. Now, all right, so my camera's just kicked into rewind. problem with some of these older lenses that dip to like, 6.3, 6.7 is it does get darker inside that lens. It sometimes gets a little harder to shoot, especially when you're wearing sunglasses or transitional glasses like I have. So you may have to like move your glasses, set the diopter on the camera, just make some minor corrections. But because of the lower f-stop and the fact that my glasses have shifted, it was kind of dark for me. Not a big deal, just lift up my glasses and shoot that way. Anyway, today's camera, finished up an episode with a Nikon N80. This is the last time I went out. The batteries got too cold and kind of freaked out on me, and I didn't have spares with me. Today's film was some Fuji Superia 800 that I am overexposing by 3 stops because now that I think about it, it's probably closer to some late 1990s, so you're talking 25, 26 years old, almost 30, so I did it by 3 stops. Plus, I don't know the conditions, so a little bit of overexposure doesn't hurt. Photos will be posted at the end. Hopefully I get something. Feel free to give them a thumbs up if you like them. Feel free to comment on your experience with some older Fuji Superia film, Nikon film cameras. Again, this is the N80, or some of the longer lenses by Promaster, Vivitar, Tamron, Sigma, even Nikon. Feel free to subscribe. New episodes try to come out about every Friday, Saturday. Sometimes you get some bonus episodes that are location or subject specific. I did one on how to clean the sticky grip off of some of these cameras. If you've got a sticky grip camera, let's say the Nikon N50s, the N70s, N75s, there's a way to clean it. I actually had to clean this one. Check out the episode. It'll tell you how to clean it so it's not as sticky anymore. Thanks for watching. See you next episode.